back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. I'm looking forward to talking to my next guest, Stacy Feiner. And she is a business coach extraordinaire with really excellent credentials. And I've said for a long time that a psychology degree is probably more useful than a business degree to navigate successfully in the world of business because, let's face it, business is driven by three things: relationship, and relationship. And so understanding how people tick is probably one of the best ways of making things work in the business world. Stacy comes with us with a PSYD, which is, I guess you could say it's almost it almost is to psychology what the EDD is to education. Would that be an accurate analogy?
True, and a PhD to philosophy or to, your doctorate.
It's like the highest level vocational type of approach to a degree. It's meant for actual practicum rather than classroom, is what the PsyD would be.
Correct.
Yeah, and it's a great degree because of its practicality. And love what you do, and love having you on the program before. I'm glad to have you back. Tell us about your practice real quickly before we get into the identity crisis that I see in mid-market companies today.
Sure. I'm a trained psychologist. I'm an executive coach for the middle market. I've been doing this work for 20 years, and I've been teaching business owners the psychological strategies for leading more productive and profitable organizations. And I partner with SS&G, which is a management consulting firm geared to the middle market.
Okay.
Yes.
What percentage of your business would you say are companies that are in the mid-market?
I would say, probably 90%. I have a couple of legacy Fortune 500 companies that I work with. I started working with corporate companies when I was with Merrill Lynch about, 15 years ago. And so I have a couple of those clients who I keep working with. But most of my business now is middle market companies. I have a very strong affinity and really a personal mission to help middle market companies stay strong and privately owned.
Yeah. There seems to be a romance, a romantic narrative around small businesses that is the backbone of this country, and then there's a mystique around the enterprise-level companies. But a lot of people don't understand or aren't that familiar with the mid-market companies. Would you say that's accurate?
Sure. I think that there probably is a romance around the glory of being, living the American dream with a privately owned company that you could potentially succeed to your next generation family. I think there's still a big ideal where a middle market company could go to IPO. But middle market business owners are really, they're nose to the grindstone. They're bust and hump every day. Worrying about revenue, about the regulatory environment. They worry about their employees and really just staying relevant in a very fast-paced, changing, environment.
Okay. So how would you say, what kind of things are small businesses doing in order to enhance their visibility and to develop the way they're seen?
I think that's a really good marketing question. I think one of the things that middle market companies can focus on are building really their bench strength, building strong strategic talent management processes that ensure that people are fully engaged in their own personal productivity at work, but also in the bigger picture of the business owner's vision. I think if you do those things, if you build a good strategic talent management process, everything you do when you go to market is more consistent, has more integrity, is stronger and better. So I think from that perspective, when your employees are engaged, they become a very powerful, marketing arm for you, just by virtue of them loving working at your company.
By the way, I do want to mention Stacy's website. It's StacyFeiner.com, and that's Feiner. Let me spell Stacy, too, because there's variations on that even. StacyFeiner.com. So when companies come to you looking for help, what areas are they looking for help in?
There are three areas that I specifically work with companies. all with the fundamental purpose of enhancing value in the business. So I work with family businesses, and I help family businesses think about transitioning to the next generation or to employees. So succession planning and those concepts with family businesses. For business owners, I help them develop the self-awareness that really is ultimately their competitive advantage. So I help business owners not only find the right solutions to problems, but also not become the problem themselves. And finally, I help businesses, as I've mentioned, develop strategic talent management platforms so that they hire well, and they hire with the discipline, they develop those people well, and then ultimately they can take well-developed employees and deploy them into other aspects of the company or areas of the company in the future. It's very, the whole responsibility of managing talent is really important, and I think business owners have kind of start and stopped in that space for a long time, and they've stopped believing that there is actually a significant or consistent process that will allow them to do that. So I've helped them. I've developed a strategic talent management process specifically for the middle market.
Stacy, thanks so much for your time today. I really enjoyed it. Do you want to encourage the listener to learn more about Stacy Feiner by going to stacyfeiner.com. Again, StacyFeiner.com. Thanks, Stacy.
Hey, Kevin, thank you very much for this great platform that you give to the middle market for their voice. It's really impressive, and I really commend you for your commitment to us.
You're very welcome. Thanks so much for your time. When we come back, you want to remind you we've got much more for you over there at usdailyreview.com. While there, like it on Facebook, follow it on Twitter, and this is The Price of Business.